Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. How are you on this fine, fine Monday evening?
Yes.
Night, I should say. Well, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope your day was copacetic, and I hope the rest of the week is nothing but peace, joys, and blessings. With that being said, we're going to talk about the Housewives of New Jersey.
Yes.
What kind of episode did I think this was? Well, it just made me thirsty for next weekend episode.
Oh, yes, it
Go
did.
ahead, baby, come. Let's go in. Tell them what's going on.
Well, first off, I'm not sure if the guys planned this, but apparently Joe, Melissa's husband, is having guys' night on the same night that Louis, who is Teresa's husband, is having guys' night. So basically, the guys had to pick and choose who were they going to hang out with that night. So stupid. Even the guys are low-key fighting amongst each other.
Because the guys got to stick with the wives or the girlfriend.
Yeah, that is true.
And Louis has friends with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was shocked that what you call it? No, he went with Jennifer, who I like, Jennifer, the foreign husband.
Yes.
He went with what you call it?
Yes, with I believe that
Melissa's husband, Joe.
Yes, he did actually.
I was shocked.
Yeah, I was too, actually. So much so that I forgot. That's how shocking
he
it
goes to either one. Or maybe he go to the one that has them first. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, hey, maybe even Jen is trying to play that fence of being in between both parties. Who knows? Mm-hmm. Another thing is that Dolores was trying to look for the perfect house for the retreat so that everybody could still get along with each other and there's no
They
drama.
can have a kumbaya moment and talk and get to the bottom of that.
Yeah. However, probably as an omen and foreshadowing, the house burnt down.
That's a shame. And literally was destroyed, as we understand.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. So because of that, Dolores and both her husband felt like that was a warning sign that maybe.
Well, so did Teresa. She called it her own.
Yep, she did. But they're all going to try to be peaceful in the dinner that Dolores is going to plan for everybody to come to. But as it looks like next week, it's not going to be all kumbaya. Next, we have Jen Fessler and the one that's not curly him, the Jewish. Are both those Jens
both
Jews?
Both of them Jews.
Okay. The one that isn't the curly hair, she went to go visit Margaret. They had a lunch date. So I don't know who's telling Margaret this information, but Margaret found out that Teresa is going to be inviting some of the ladies over to meet with her lawyer so they can talk about Margaret. So Margaret brings it up to
No, they weren't talking about Margaret per se. She was just bearing truth about what happened. But nevertheless, from what I heard, that Teresa won the case.
Yeah,
they won.
Mm-hmm.
That ends it for me.
Yes, even in the sneak peek next week, we actually hear Margaret say out of her mouth, "Yeah, I might have talked to his ex-wife."
And then she tells Dolores, like, "I don't want to talk about this anymore. Get over it," pretty much.
Yeah.
And I guess Dolores is shocked because they truly believe that Margaret never did anything.
Yep, they did.
And the whole time
she was
lying.
Mm-hmm.
And even I don't understand it. I don't know.
I don't know.
But Teresa swore by this. She swore by it. Mm-hmm. So what are they going to do when they find out Margaret lied?
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it will come out at Dolores's "Everybody, let's come together" dinner.
And do you blame Teresa for liking her? Somebody that wreaked havoc and lied on you?
No, I don't blame Teresa.
And she won the case. Mm-hmm. And the lawyer came there and verified it on camera.
Yes.
So that's how this thing. I'll be glad when it's over because Teresa looking busted.
Yes, even Jennifer Aiden said it. She was just like, wow, you lost some weight. And she's like, yeah, I lost 8 pounds.
She just looked like so frail with a big head and too much hair. And
yeah.
Teresa, I like you with a little bit more weight on your bones. It don't look good on your face. I know a lot of times people think they really look good when they're small.
You're right.
But you don't look good when you're small, when you're in your 40s and stuff.
That's true. And like you said, she is way more stressed out about Louis' case than Louis is stressed out.
Than Louis.
Teresa really needs her peace.
She does. And I think she has it.
Yeah, that's true. Now, so basically Margaret found out about what Teresa's planning to do. I mean, it's not a plan, it was just this event. And basically she...
What do you mean?
About having the lawyer come over, and Margaret's like, why is Teresa's doing this? So then she calls Dolores to find out more information on why Teresa's doing this. And she was actually kind of like, well, why are you going to go there and listen to her? And then Dolores is just like, I just want to hear for myself to see what she has to say. But she found out what she expected.
Margaret sent her some flowers, like to the deceased. Like, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the loss of your dignity.
Why?
Yeah. Literally.
And she was the one that's in the wrong.
Yes, she is. That's what's so embarrassing, sick, and
twisted.
Yes.
It's wild. It's crazy.
It is crazy wild.
I wonder what Dolores is going to do now when she finds out that Teresa was telling the truth. Because they was really believing. They really was. I told you I ain't like that. What I tell you? I ain't like them. Something about it I don't like.
Yeah, that's wild. On the day that she knows, and the thing is that she's so obsessive, is that she knew the day exactly when Teresa was going to be having this meeting.
Because they always go back and talk.
They do, but only a person that's obsessed is going to put that to memory. That's my opinion.
Send flowers. Like that you
really spent
like money. The flowers you would have at a coffin.
Yes.
Or a repast. You know, not a repast. Like a wake. Like the ones that stand on the she sent her that. That's humiliating.
That is humiliating.
Teresa said, take these flowers, get them away from me. She sent her flowers. That is funny though.
It is kind of funny, but it's
an expensive funny.
Expensive funny.
And the man just was laughing at him.
He did. He really did.
He probably had to know.
He was just like, yeah, they're not going to accept these.
They're not going to accept these flowers. So, but I'm doing my job. Yeah. You would think somebody died in Teresa's house. That was funny. That was funny. That's something I would think to do. That's funny. Send me some flowers. Send them some flowers like they sent for the funeral home on the rack and everything, a wreath, and say sorry for your loss of your dignity. I like that. I think I feel that.
Oh my God. So as soon as Margaret found this out, she goes and calls her husband, who is also named Joe. And Joe happened to be at Joe's guys' night party. It was just getting ready started. The guys had just gotten there. So it wasn't like too deep into guys' night. And basically Joe, Teresa's brother, overheard what Teresa was doing. And he didn't defend Teresa. Actually, he kind of questioned why she's spending $4,000 on a lawyer. Why are they spending so much? And it's kind of weird that Louis is having a battle with his ex. So Teresa's brother didn't really help the situation. Pretty much also at this, do you want to say anything about what Joe had to say about his sister?
I just think Joe is childish. And for him to be a man, he act like a child.
He does.
No matter what's going on, that's still my sister. I don't have to. I could be mad at her, but I'm not gonna disrespect her on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I love my parents, me not talking to you is one thing, but to disrespect you on camera for no good reason is ridiculous. And it's so curious because Teresa and her husband don't talk about them on camera at all.
That is true.
But all you ever hear is them.
Mm-hmm. Melissa
and Joe, and the people that hang around. You don't hear that with them.
No,
with Teresa and her husband.
Yeah.
So you have to question that. They say the empty barrels make the most noise.
I like the sound of that. That is true.
See, they the ones that's empty inside.
Yes.
Because Teresa's not even doing all that.
No.
Because her husband teach her to be calm.
Even though she doesn't seem too calm.
And I think she was getting counseling, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah.
She's working.
Mm-hmm. But interestingly enough, at Joe's party, John, who is, I believe, Rachel's husband, apparently had some allergic reaction to a bone marrow shot. And he had an allergic reaction. Somebody suggested taking a Benadryl.
That's all you have to do.
And then Joe, Margaret's husband,
saying he was anaphylactic.
You need to call 911.
He was not anaphylactic. If he was anaphylactic, one or two things. I had been anaphylactic before.
Oh.
And when I was
anaphylactic,
I had turned red as a beet, like red all over, even my palms and everything. I had turned red till I was stinging, that I was just standing there like this because I had ate some shrimp. This is why I don't eat seafood. And thank goodness the guy that was with me at the time knew what to do. But as I was coming home, I knew, because I know that I have allergies, I knew to take an allergy pill because that will start reacting, or some Benadryl. And so you got to get it. Once you know you're in a reaction, you got to take it, and then you got to wait like 15 to 20 minutes. So by the time the paramedics come, the medicine will start creeping in. And if it's really, really bad, then you would have to get an EpiPen, especially if you can't breathe. And he wasn't anaphylactic in the sense of you could be anaphylactic like I was, where your body is just really bad.
Right.
Or your face swell up, or your eyes, where you really need help. Even though I may have taken the allergy medicine, sometimes you still have to go to the hospital. But in his case, by the time they got there, the Benadryl had already started kicking in.
They even rubbed some cold ice cubes on his head.
And I don't understand how he gonna drink with that Benadryl.
Yeah, you're right. Well,
because all Benadryl gonna do is make him so sleepy he is not able to do nothing.
That kind of drink got you.
He was drinking alcohol.
Yes, he sure was.
And then you taking Benadryl that's going to make you sleep. And he was so macho man through that.
Yes, he was just like, no, Italians don't go to the hospital.
He sounded like a nitwit.
He did. But for the sake of coming out, Teresa's brother decided to feed the cops and the paramedics some dinner.
And they did sit down and eat.
They sure did. They really did. Over at Louie's guys' night, nothing much really happened there except for the fact that the husbands and Paul decided to do a little devotional video to get all lovey-dovey and intimate, like one-on-one videos.
Send their wives and girlfriends videos or something. And I didn't think the Lord's husband and boyfriend was that romantic.
Nope, he didn't say anything romantic at all, or it didn't even feel heartfelt.
Didn't he just say, yeah, I love her? Was it something like that?
It was something like that. No,
I love you,
rock.
No.
Been there, you helped me.
We've been through a lot.
You.
I know you want that ring. It's going to happen. Nothing. It was just like, yeah, my girlfriend, with my girlfriend, yeah, I love you. It was like,
what was that? It's right.
Wow.
Yeah, Dolores, I'm sorry when you see that video because she wanted to see it. She's like, "Oh, what'd you say about me?"
She, not much, sweetie.
Not much.
Not much.
Not much.
But whatever he says, she's going to be like, oh,
Yeah,
what's his name?
Paul.
Oh, Paul.
You're right. Actually, you know what? That was pretty much it because we talked about the big meeting where Teresa brought in. Let me just tell you who attended this lawyer meeting. It was Dolores, Jennifer Aiden, but not Jen Fessler, Danielle, because Danielle's there for the mess and drama, and she was just like, "Where's the popcorn? I'm ready to hear the tea."
So she can go back and talk.
Yep. Jackie was there.
I like Jackie.
And then, of course, Gia. We know how Gia's involved because she just feels like this court case is ridiculous at this point.
And that's her mama.
Mm-hmm.
And Gia will go to bat for her mama, just like Baby Plum will go to bat.
Yes, I will. It was pretty much a mixed reaction from the people that was there. Dolores said that she's going to find out the truth herself because she's kind of confused. Danielle thinks that Teresa's no different for friending Margaret's ex-friend Laura to get information on her, so she doesn't understand why Teresa's stressing out about this. And then Jackie, it's just like, Margaret's never told me anything about talking to Louis' ex, so I don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
But
and
I think that she admit that she did talk to her.
she did.
And I
We'll
think
see that
she
next
said that when
episode.
she said she never talked to her. She said, can we change the subject to something to that? We're going to see.
We're going to see.
I want to see how gangster Dolores is. Miss Gangster Dolores.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, is that it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. Well, that's our recap for Housewives of New Jersey. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good scene. I can't think of anything that we missed. And so that's it. And so with that being said, have a wonderful evening.
Yes.
Or night. A good night's sleep. If you happen to watch us and you've gotten this far, please thumb us up. And if you haven't subscribed and you like our content, we'd love to have you. Please subscribe. And we thank you so much, and we thank you in advance. And with that, we say, sunflowers.